Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. So today's video is going to be a news update for Nexomon, but also a bit of a rant about localization that I find kind of frustrating. Not about Nexomon, but about games not coming here, while an indie studio is able to go there, but we'll get into that in a bit. That said, thank you so much to Raffle for bringing this to my attention, and let's see what the article has to say. Now, this is translated from Japanese, so do expect some grammatical errors and stuff to that effect, but what we got here is P-Cube and VEWO Interactive today will release the Japanese version of the Monster Collection game Nexomon for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One on March 17th. It was announced that it will be released on PlayStation 4 version on March 31st. For reference, according to the product page of the main Nintendo store, the scheduled delivery date is March 17th. The price is 1,200 yen, and the rating is IARC 7+. This work is like a Pokemon-like title that captures, evolves, and collects Nexomon, which has more than 300 types. I'm assuming they mean Nexomon creatures. In the epic adventure of exploring the 10 areas of the Nexo world, you can collect Nexomon and enjoy turn-based battle. As a series, there is also a sequel called Nexomon Extinction, and the Switch and PS4 version are currently being distributed to Japan, but at this time, Nexomon's Japanese development has been decided again. So yeah, a tough read considering how poorly Google translates stuff from Japanese to English, but you get the gist. Seems people are pretty excited. So I do believe that this in general is another major step for Nexomon as a franchise, getting their name in the Japanese market and allowing that market to see the success of Nexomon 1 and Extinction will definitely aid in getting some more devs to come here. I feel like a lot of Japanese developers that do decide to bring their game here will bring their game here, do little advertising, and then wonder why the games don't do well. Or let's talk about Monster Rancher for a second. I haven't been able to find any sales figure for Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX in the West, which likely means it didn't sell super well. Now, if that is the case, they're probably going to sit there and be like, oh, well, I don't think the West wants our games. Better not to localize. But when you look at what went into the Monster Rancher port, there were a lot of legitimate complaints. They literally ported over the mobile app to consoles without even adding button layouts. They pretty much copy-pasted translations from the originals, all with their grammatical mistakes in tow, and a lot of people just felt like it was a low-effort port. And while I enjoyed Monster Rancher quite a bit, I can understand that perspective as well. I just feel like a lot of the times the West is an afterthought that isn't really invested in from a lot of franchises, and then they wonder why they have trouble getting those sales. We kind of saw it with Digimon Con 2, where you get the impression that the Japanese monster taming devs don't consider us a viable market and won't put the same amount of effort or resources as even an indie studio would, which is very disappointing. Like, imagine if we got a brand new Dragon Quest Monsters game, or Monster Rancher 5, or something like that. I mean, don't even get me started on the Digimon potential. I feel like this current landscape for these games would be really amazing, but it just seems like it's either low or no effort when it comes to getting the games to come here. I don't know, rant aside, very happy for the Nexomon team. I know there's a lot more that goes into localizing into Japanese because of the sheer amount of characters present within the language, so I'm sure it was no small feat. That said, if you do want to stay up to date on the latest news within the monster taming genre, definitely subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos every single day. You can also check me out on Twitter, Discord, Patreon, all links below. Special thanks to my patrons, especially Steel Case, Jim Hamilton, and Dark Persona, and with that, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.